Okay, so we are going to look at how to find the sides of a triangle when it's not a right triangle. Okay, so there are two formulas that we can use. One is law of sines, and we use law of sines on a non-right triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and label my triangle. You can go ahead and draw yours and label it as well. All right, so when I have angle, angle, side, I use law of sines. All right, so I could also have, well, I'll show you in just a second. So when I have, so from geometry, when I have two consecutive angles, and then a side that follows, so like angle A, angle B, side A. When I'm given those measurements, I can use law of sines. All right, so let's grab one. Let's say that let's go with angle A. If I can write here, the measure of angle A is 50 degrees, and side B is 4.5. That's a side. And let's go with the measure of angle B is 75 degrees. All right, so law of sines says I can set up ratios of my sides and angles. So sine of angle A over side A is equal to sine of angle B over side B is equal to sine of C over side C. Now we don't need all three of these, you just use two at a time, but you use whichever two you need. So setting up a proportion like this means I can pair these two together, I could pair these two together, or I could pair these two together. Right, so you can take any two. So I have A and B, and I usually flip them over if I'm looking for a side. So these ratios are the same. Just so you know, it can also be written this way. Okay, so whatever's missing, if I'm missing a side, then I use this one so that the side is on the top and I don't have to cross multiply. If I'm missing an angle, I'll use this one, and we'll do both. All right, so I'm going to use A over sine A equals B over sine B, because I'm missing side A. So I'm looking for side A. All right, so I don't have A, so I'm going to leave it, but I can find the sine of angle A, so that's 50 degrees, equals 4.5 divided by sine 75. So A equals, so I'm going to cross multiply, I'm going to multiply both sides by sine 50. So that gets rid of this. So A is equal to, I'm going to put the 40 in the front, 4.5 sine 50 divided by sine 75. So I'll put this on my calculator. Make sure you're in degree mode, because we are working with degrees. All right, so make sure your calculator's in degree mode. If you're using Desmos, remember to click the wrench and change it to degree mode, and that will give you side A. All right, what if I'm looking for an angle? All right, so what if they give me information, I'm trying to find an angle? All right, so let's say they tell us the measure of angle B is 112 degrees. The measure of angle C is 20 degrees. And then side C is 1.6. Oh, I said we were looking for an angle, didn't I? So let's not do that. 112 degrees. Let's say side B is 6.2 and side C is 3.7, and we're looking for the measure of angle C. Alright, so again, this is not a right triangle, so we can't use SOHCAHTOA. We're going to have to use law of sines, law of cosines, which we don't know law of cosines yet. We'll get that one next. Alright, so we're missing an angle, so I'm going to use sine of B over B is equal to sine of C over C. Alright, so I'm going to plug in the information I know. So I have sine of 112 over 6.2 is equal to sine C over 3.7. Alright, so to get sine C by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3.7. Alright, so now I have 3.7 sine of 112 divided by 6.2 equals sine C. But remember, I'm trying to solve for C. So I'm going to apply sine inverse on both sides. And now I can use my calculator, make sure I'm in degree mode, and I use second sine. These guys are going to cancel out. And I throw this on my calculator, and that's going to give me the measure of angle C. Alright, so frozen for a second. Alright, so throw that on your calculator, sine inverse of that, and that will give you the measure of angle C, and I've answered the question that they've asked. Alright, so what this allows you to do with the law of cosines, which we'll learn later, is completely solve a triangle, like get all the sides of it, and that's to come. But for today, we are going to look at law of sines and law of cosines. So just a reminder, and I'm going to go ahead and draw this triangle real quick because I didn't to start with. So A, B, C, we had the measure of angle B was 112. We had 6.2 for the side opposite, and we had 3.7, and we were looking for this angle. All right, so we had angle side side or side side angle. So if I have side side angle, I'm looking for the missing angle. And then when I had angle side up here, because I had angle A, I had angle A, angle A, I had angle B, and I had side B that they gave me. And so I had side, angle, side. Alright, so those are the things you're looking for when we use law of sines. Law of cosines, when we're given different parts of the triangle, we'll use law of cosines. Alright, see you guys soon.